Hey guys, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 4. As always, I am DemonFire93, and last time we took out the vampire that had the deadwood staff from our master, and today we start the Unholy Breath. Goldoth is forced to betray his beloved Master Calabar. Well, spoilers, when he learns that the Lich actually serves a malicious god of death determined to destroy every living being on this new world. In 3 months' time, the stars will be aligned and Calabar will be able to force the Unholy Breath, an artifact with the power to destroy all living flesh. For the sake of the entire world and for his own survival, Goldoth must stop him. Victory condition: defeat Calabar and take Nekross. Loss condition: lose Goldoth half dead and defeat the map before month 4. Oh crap. Expert game: carryover none because this is the last one.
A world knows one thing with complete faith: eat to live.
Right.
Whether it's moldy dirt or rotten flesh, that worm digs and eats and digs to fulfill its one truth: eat to live.
Sure.
But I hold one now in my undead fingers. Its scars, fighting to free itself. What is it thinking? When I pop it in my mouth and chew its pink flesh, does it realize that you should never place all your faith in one ideal?
What are you talking about, dude? When I returned to the streets of Nekross, I refused to meet the pleading gazes of its people. It was much harder, though, to ignore the huge pen of weeping children outside the Mage Guild. I couldn't help but think that this wasn't the city I had imagined it would be. Nekross had become just like any other necromancer-controlled settlement. Brutal, dark, horrible. But my master knew what he was doing, didn't he? Later I met Calabar inside the Mage Guild, where I presented him with the deadwood staff. Without so much as a single word, my master returned to his chambers beneath the city. Why was he in such a hurry? Suddenly I knew he was going to the portal. I hadn't retrieved the deadwood staff for Calabar, but for his mysterious master. I followed. By the time I slipped in my master's room, he had already passed through the magical gateway, but fortunately he was still active. I had no time to decide if this was the wisest decision. I took a deep breath and jumped through. What I found on the other side wasn't some distant castle or even another world as I had suspected. It was an entirely different plane of existence, not unlike the Eternal Plains. If I had to give it a name, I would have called it the Plane of Death. I cringed at the bleak environment, the stale air, the icy chill seeping into my living flesh. I would not be able to remain here for long. But I still followed my master's tracks in the dusty landscape. He had walked this path many times. So had others with smaller feet, children. It was easy to find Calabar, but hard to find a place where I could hide. I settled down behind some rocks and watched as my master approached, an inhumanly tall figure masked in a black cloak that draped behind him like a shadowy wedding train with a life of its own. Instantly I knew this being was a native of this plane of death. Calabar prostrated himself like a praying priest, eyes downcast as he held the deadwood staff forward. "For you, master," Calabar said. "You'll be keeping it, Calabar. The forging must happen back in your world," said the Nameless One. "Yes, master. Wait for the convergence, for the planets to align," said the Nameless One. Slowly, a gnarled gray hand came out from the shadowy folds of his cloak and presented the skull of a creature I could not recognize. "Only then do you forge this to the deadwood staff." Calabar took the skull, but remained prone before the dark giant. "Yes, master, I will not fail you." I rolled my eyes. What has become of the powerful lich I called master? Not even I growl that much. "I know you won't," said the Dark One. "I have visited the remains of your former world, Calabar. I have seen the rubble of ancient cities, the bones of those who couldn't make it through those annoying portals. So much gone, it was beautiful. But it's a pity so much escaped my reach." Yes, a pity. Now go, Calabar, return to your world, and in 3 months when the convergence comes, release the unholy breath. Then they will learn there is no escape. When their living flesh melts into a putrid ooze, they will know oblivion. While my master cheered the words of the Nameless One, I backed away to what I thought was a safe distance. The unholy breath? In all my studies, I have never heard of such a thing. This must be some otherworldly magic. Obviously, it will kill every living thing on the planet, including me. I didn't know why my master served such an insane being as the Nameless One, but I no longer cared. He had to be stopped. Both of them did. Okay. That's lovely. So I'm just in this otherworldly realm then? Am I? Yeah, that's cool. No, that's fine. It's a very small plane of existence, I must say. Very small map. Alright. As I recall, the portal back to Nekross lies at the end of the northern path. Well then let's head south. Somehow, Calabar discovered that I followed him into this horrible place. He has been pursuing me for several days. So far, I've been able to avoid him, but if I don't find the portal back to Nekross soon, I think the living half of my body will finally succumb to this realm's life-draining effects. I have also come to the disturbing conclusion that I must kill my former master. Calabar will continue to serve this nameless being, even if I manage to stop him from releasing the unholy breath. This world will never be safe, but deciding to kill Calabar and actually doing so are two very different things. When the time comes, will I be able to do it? That is the question. Can you fight your old master? Alright, through the portal we go. It is good to be back in the real world. I may not be the tool of destruction I once thought I was. In all my haste to escape that dark realm, I didn't realize until now that the plane of death is the embodiment of the pure destructive force. In all things there exists both destruction and creation, even in me. I summoned Mardor to my side. The specter appeared, a worried expression on his spectral face. You must go now, I ordered immediately. Take whatever ghost troops you trust. You'll need their speed for what I need you to do. There's a town along our western border called Raija. Take it and wait for me there. But what about you, Master? Mardor asked. Don't call me that. Don't ever call me Master. Yes. I cannot go with you. I have something to do first. Wait for me at Raija. But first tell Hadron that Calabar and everyone in Nekross is our enemy now. I left Mardor and went immediately to the barracks. I gathered a small band of skeletons and vampires who owed their immortality to me, still fearing that my former master would come through that portal at any second and turn the forces of Nekross against me. Not even Mardor could have guessed my actions then. I killed the guards protecting the sacrificial pens and freed the frightened children. Then I led them out of Nekross like some kind of dark piper from a fairy tale. Why did I bother? Was this what the priestess Alana would have called an act of good? Or was this simply my first act of rebellion against my former master? South and then west, that is the only path left to me. We must run as fast as the little feet of those children can run. What a sight we must have been, a necromancer leading scores of hungry, bawling, frightened living children. The time to fight will come soon, but not today. Right. This is still a very small map, I must say. The one-armed zombie Hadron was the first to step through the doors of the gate. He seemed glad to see me as he urgently rushed my troops through. My scouts spotted an army leaving Nekross not long ago. You must hurry to Raija, Master, Hadron said. Do not address me as Master anymore, I commanded. Yes, King will do. When this is over, I will either be King of Nekross again, or dead. Shall you pass now, my king? Hadron asked. Well, that didn't work now, did it? Through the portal we go. Okay. Come now. Ta-da! You dead fucks. One ghost out of that. We've captured Raja. Alright. When I rode into Raja, I could tell that Mordor had been busy, but he was preparing for a siege, not a war. I need an army, a large one, if I'm going to kill Calabar, I said. Wouldn't it be wiser to have him come to us? Mordor asked, seeing only our tactical disadvantage in the field. I don't have the luxury of patience, Mordor. Calabar must be destroyed soon, in less than 3 months. There are rumors that the demon rebel Shiraz might be willing to fight for you. He has his own army, he said. Sounds like a trap. I was the one who put him in prison in the first place. Yes, my king, but I also know for a fact that his kind never liked Calabar, but you they respect. A long shot is exactly what I need right now. Pass on the word that I would like to meet with Shiraz. Right. The demon guard at the door tells you he is waiting for someone named Guldoth Halfdead. No other may pass. This was the meeting place mentioned by the demon Shiraz. Only Mordor accompanied me into the tiny structure. We expected a trap, but all we found inside was Shiraz and a few of his guards. Nice to see you again, I said. I only agreed to see you because that fool Lich Calabar is dangerous. He will turn on anyone. He did it to Malvich, and he did it to you. Haven't you wondered how I got out of Nekrom's prison? I assumed you escaped. No, Calabar released me. He learned that you tried to deal with Malvich, so he gave me an army and ordered me to kill you, and return with the Deadwood staff. I didn't like the way he ordered me around, so I took my army and ran. Fortunate for me that you saw fit to double-cross your rescuer. God damn these chickens! I said. He got what he deserves. Besides, leaders like him just get you killed in the end. Nekross can't have a king like that survive for long, Shiraz said. I agree. So if you'll have me, I'd like to offer you my army, Shiraz said, for a price. What's your price? I asked suspiciously. Land. I want land with at least 4 towns and a title to go along with it. I think Duke Shiraz sounds nice. Without Shiraz, I had no chance of defeating Calabar before the convergence. After that, nothing would matter. Deal, I said. Okay. Did I get it? Did I win? Oh, that's what I got. I got Shiraz. I see him now. Where does this portal lead to, I wonder? Mordor has learned from his spies that my one-armed zombie captain, Hadron, wasn't destroyed at Hadron's stand. Instead, Calabar imprisoned him on the plane of death where he will suffer for all eternity. No, he won't, I told Mordor. I had the power now to travel to the Dark Realm, and Calabar would never expect me to go that way. Is this a one-way trip? I feel like it's a one-way trip. It was a one-way trip. Motherfucker. Calabar has staked a couple of dozen zombies to the walls of his cave, allowing the gargoyle guards to taunt and tear at their rotting flesh. These poor zombies are the soldiers of Goldoth Halfdead, and they will suffer until their master comes to rescue them. After your soldiers cut the zombies free, one of them steps from the cave and comes to the stand before you. "My king," Captain Hadron says. "I had thought I would never see you again." You shake the zombie's hand, glad to see this brave soldier again. "I still have need of you, Hadron. Don't want you to miss the end of this war, do we?" Hadron and his undead soldiers join with your army, glad to be part of the battle again. Very good. Very good indeed. I am rushing through this whole place. Like, it is not going slow. That's for damn sure. So how bad are these guys, huh? Not too bad. Not terribly strong. I could probably take them with what I got. Maybe. Let's see. It's a very bold move coming not even a month. It's not even a full month. He's dead. Where did those 7 devils come from? Those weren't there before. Were they? I don't remember them being there. Ow. Okay. If this is the last fight, it should be a great fight. It shall be a grand fight. If this is to be our last. Come on. There we go. Come on. Thank you. Boom. Beat him. Didn't even take that long. I don't even think I took a month. Whew. I try to muster the anger that is rightfully mine, but I cannot think badly about my former master. Calabar was my savior, a teacher and master to me for so many years. He seemed more like family. Now he is gone, destroyed, and I am alone. I like to think that he really died during the reckoning. Not by my hand. It's easier that way. Sure. Yep. Yep. Oh, it's not done yet because there is still the actual castle here, which we're gonna take right the fuck now. Alright. So, yeah. Oh. You might be a little bit more formidable than what I give you credit for. We will see how this goes. Hello. Kill the vamp. Yampir. Well now. It's just you and me. 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 All of me. Yep, stay up on your pedestal. See how well that works out for you. You did. That's how it worked out for you. Fools. Nekrom is mine. I, Goldo, was greeted like a hero when my army rode through Nekrom's black gates. Half dead, they screamed. The human inhabitants of the city called me Protector and Father Goldoth, because I brought their children home. They marched alongside my column, and one by one they disappeared into the crowd, rejoining their parents. I ordered the child pens to be destroyed, and then I started repairs on the siege-damaged city. There was a lot of work to be done, but this was my city. I know now I never should have given it to Calabar. I am Goldoth Half-Dead, King of Nekross, and I plan to stay this way. Alright. That was a quick one. I figured with a 3-month time span to just move. And so we did. Gathered troops and
I have
fucking won.
to understand a universe that allows the destruction of an entire planet. Which will win this endless conflict? Destruction or creation? The only thing I know for certain is never to place your faith entirely on one side.
Very true.
If you want to survive.
Very nice, very
Everyone
nice.
else is a fanatic.
Okay.
I am Goldoth, half dead. Your savior.
Alright, Goldoth. Kind of do wonder what would happen with the undead breath thing, but whatever. That is it for today, guys. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like. If you have any comments or suggestions, you can leave those in the comment section down below. If you want to keep up to date with all my videos, you can subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, become part of the conversation, also part of the voting for games I should play in the future. Next time, we'll start the final of the 6 campaigns and A Pirate's Daughter. And as always, I'm DoomyFriend93, and I'll see you guys next time.